have been telling stories about my growing up since I was, well, a lot younger.
What was your first impression of Eric?
That he has a wicked sense of humor.
My brother and I resolved to beat the Brits ourselves. He and I would soon be standing on that metal platform with the stars and stripes flying and the Star-Spangled Banner ringing out. It was a matter of personal and national honor. So began the arduous task of determining how we could unseat the Brits. For starters, we needed a bobsled. We couldn't come up with anything that would work. So we decided to take a break and get something to eat. It always amazes me how so many of our best ideas can be found when we stop looking for them. And sure enough, as we walked into the kitchen, there on the floor in front of us was the plastic runner. We both saw it at the same time, and almost in unison we shouted, "It's perfect." Now we needed to find a course, something built for speed. Ultimately, there was little snow in the yard. The driveway had been plowed and was bone dry. Disappointed, we came in and removed our jackets and shoes. As we headed through the kitchen to the hall, we looked to our right, and there in front of us was the ultimate bobsled course, the stairs leading to the second floor. With a couple of Mom's long and squishy bolster pillows, Jeff and I agreed that we could transform those hard turns into banking curves. Yep, this would make a world-class Olympic bobsled course, all right. Next, we had to design our uniforms. We decided that a simple white t-shirt with the letters USA in blue on the front and back would be perfect. We did not want to use the color red, as that was too, well, Soviet. We also agreed that, like the members of all Olympic bobsled teams, we had to wear helmets. Luckily, we both had football helmets with face guards. They were white with a blue stripe down the middle. We used our markers to stencil USA across the back of each helmet. Beautiful. We also agreed that we would wear our snow gloves to protect our hands as we made the run down the course. Next, we turned to the problem of the landing at the bottom of the course. It looked to be a little rough. Jeff came up with the idea of taking the pillows from every bed in the house, 12 in all. We piled them up evenly at the base of the stairs. As far as we were concerned, we now had our safe landing area. Standing at the top of the course, it looked pretty challenging. We felt it would be a good idea to have a trial run with the unmanned sled, just like at the Olympics. So we took the plastic runner, bobsled, and each one holding a side, we started rocking it back and forth. We had watched the Olympic teams do this to allow for maximum takeoff speed. On the count of 3, we sent the sled flying down the first flight of stairs. We watched in awe as it banked the finish curve in fine form, careening down the final part of the course and coming to a quick stop in the landing area. We jumped up and down and triumphed. We could already feel the hefty gold medals hanging around our necks. We laid the bobsled down with the front hanging just over the edge of the top stair. Then we took our places and grabbed hold of the edges of the sled, lifting them up in the air. We started rocking the sled back and forth, inching toward the course until we had finally reached that critical point, the fulcrum point, and we began to slide forward. Now, if you're interested in the rest of that story, and I guarantee you this one really had an interesting ending. As my kids got older, they enjoyed some of the ones I felt comfortable telling. I had this sense of being alone. And it goes back to the first chapter in the book, and realizing that they've all gone on before me. I'm an orphan. I have a wonderful family. I have wonderful children. I have grandchildren. They have the dog now. I don't. But that literally, I'm an orphan. I really felt close to them. I felt their presence. Now, people can say I'm crazy, but I really felt them, and in some cases, when I just wanted to stop, I could almost sense my mother standing behind me giving me a smack in the head. That, no, you got work to do. I grew up just being around everybody. It didn't matter what color they were, what religion they were, what country they were from, the language. To me, it's just people, they're friends. So it really had a major impact on me. My brother Jeff was 19 months younger. Yes. But he was bigger, and he lost all of his hair first.